Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I don't know about you, but for me, where I come from, if someone claims something, makes a claim, or accuses someone of doing something, has to provide evidence to support the claim or the accusation. I think you guys work under the same rules, use the same method, right? When you decide to do something, to act upon do something, you act upon some a conclusion based on some uh, ideas or something that pushes you towards that. So you have to bring arguments and evidence to support why you made that decision. So if I call someone, I don't know, a person that's not that intelligent, let's put it this way, well, I have to provide some examples why how I reached that conclusion. That's the way it is in the Western civilization. Now I know in other areas you just get a rock and you hit someone in the head, and you don't have to justify your actions. It's just because you felt like. But where we are from, or at least most of the world goes under the you have to support your claims with evidence, examples, and so on. So we have here obviously the commander-in-chief of Ukraine, who president of Ukraine, Zelensky, who makes claims, but he's not bringing and providing. He doesn't provide evidence or facts or examples to support his claims. If the world would function like this, then that means we all could do the same thing, and what would be just, what would be right, what would be wrong. If I just claim things without having to provide justification for my actions, then I can do whatever I want. So then how is the world going to function? What kind of world that will not be? Because it's not going to be a world, right? So we have here an article from Fox News from today, May 4th, 2022. And this is the title: Zelensky's to Fox News. So Zelensky was interviewed, gave an interview, exclusive interview with Fox News on Wednesday. And this is what he said, Mr. Zelensky. Russia, and I'm quoting, is following the concept of Goebbels, end quote, with Hitler comparison. Okay, well, I read all this, and it says here they are following the concept of Goebbels, and they are using the same methodology after Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov compared him to Adolf Hitler. Well, and I tried to see here what is the and just to be certain, Lavrov did not compare him with Hitler. He said, so what if he's Jewish? If he's Jewish, that means he can't commit certain kind of crimes. And he said, Adolf Hitler was partly Jew, wasn't he? He said had Jewish blood, didn't he? So he committed crime. So he didn't compare him. He said, well, I'm just rebuffing your, not yours, the Westerners' claim that because since Zelensky is Jewish and the Prime Minister of Ukraine is also Jewish, there could not be Nazism in the military or in the government or politicians. It just can't be. That's the way it is, man. That's it. So it's unbelievable. It's just that if I was abused in my life, I can't abuse, all right? Because why? Why? Anyway, it's just a very low logic used here. Now they say they conflate this, that he was, compared him to Adolf Hitler. No, he just said as a counter argument that your argument, guys, is just stupid. So what if that means I'm German? I cannot fight the Germans according to your logic, or I can't kill Germans in the military, in the army? And I always give examples: Eisenhower and Patton and other Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf did not have anything to do with the Germans, but the two. There are many generals that were of German descent, and they killed the German connationals, if you want to call them that way, from the same tribe, the same gene. So, and this is just an example. There are many in this world when like you get, for instance, in Africa, Idi Amin or whatever his name, didn't he kill his own people? Look, the Tutsis and the Futsis or whatever it was, the Rwanda genocide. Didn't kill one another, and they were the same people, weren't they? Kind of, right? No, yes, no, because they were different. They called Tutsis and Butsis or something. I'm just kidding. So, nevertheless, he just, and then I was reading to see. He said, "This is what Lavrov said. So, what if Zelensky is Jewish?" He said, "The fact that the fact that he's Jewish does not negate the Nazis' elements in Ukraine." Yeah, why would it? I believe that Hitler also had Jewish blood. This is what he said. Yeah, he said he had Jewish blood and he committed so many crimes. So what's the rule you have to place here in front of me in the conversation? But I was looking to see, I was reading all this, following the concept of Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels, as they are using the same methodology, and the reaction, I think, is to weaken the world, to see phrases of Lavrov. I was trying to see how Zelensky brings evidence to support his claim that these guys, the Russians, or Lavrov, uses Goebbels' methodology. What methodology is he exactly referring to? I mean, he didn't mention. I can think of many, many ways. Joseph, doctor. I'm sorry, he's a doctor. He was a doctor, so that means he's not good. All you guys who are doctors over there, right? And what's his name? Mussolini was also had a doctorate, didn't he? Yeah, he did. And what, in philosophy and so on. So well, these guys are very dangerous. And if we go by that, then we have other people who had physical disabilities, and we had Stalin, didn't he? So what are we going with that? Are we conflating all these things that, if I'm Jewish, I can do things, or if I'm Jewish, I can't do things? You're a human being. You're a person. You react in certain ways based on the situation and your education, not necessarily because, oh, you're white, you should all act the same way, or you're black, or you're Jewish, or what is this? I know what it is, but nevertheless. So I haven't seen any argument brought by Zelensky to support his claim. I'm waiting. I read the whole article 3 times. I said, maybe I'm missing something, but I knew he would not, because whatever methodology he's gonna use to put Lavrov in, or the Russians, that could be also turned against him. What, propaganda? They use propaganda. They use propaganda all the time. Those guys use propaganda. What else? The big lie? Oh my God, don't talk about the big lie. Because if we talk about the big lie, we have all kind of, Ghost of Kievs and other things about the big lie. And that's not really a big lie, but you know what I mean. So, you're guilty of whatever you say, and leave Dr. Goebbels where he's at, because I don't think that intellectually you would compare with a person above 86 IQ, Mr. Zelensky, okay? And you're the puppet of those guys over there. So just let it be as it is, and don't make this kind. I mean, defend yourself. Defend yourself. Bring counter arguments, but bring facts, evidence. Don't just say like that. Everybody can say, oh, I don't like you because this, you're like this because why? I'm not going to tell you. It doesn't work that way. That's one thing. And the other thing that is here again with Zelensky is that the Russians started bombarding the West Ukraine, because that's where the convoys of supplies are coming, right, from Poland. And then Zelensky states that Zelensky said, this is by Ukrainska Pravda for the day as well. No, it's May 3rd, I'm sorry. And he says, Zelensky said that Russians shelling the whole of Ukraine is sign of failure. It's not the whole of Ukraine. It's not a whole. I mean, pointed, yeah, but not the whole. I mean, what are you talking about? And it's a sign of failure. Why? I think it's a sign of virility. You can do it, so I'm going to do it. What's the, again, where is the logic? I couldn't see that. It's a sign of failure. Yeah, some people can react like that when in desperation. That's true. Some people can do, some armies can do that. The evidence is what? The capability? Whereas, if I can, that means I'm still able, more than if I couldn't. If they don't do it, it's because they can't do it. If they do it, it's because they also can't do it or something. What's the As I said, I don't expect much for this Zelensky for various reasons. I heard him talking. I heard him, and no, Zelensky is not a genius. Is anyway, but yeah, it's a sign of weakness. Why? Why? The desperation based on what? According to what? Like what? What's going on? Bring evidence to support your claims. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you in a moment.